What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Whetu. Today we're going to go through a sneaker that I picked up recently, talk about some of its history and how I managed to get it into my hands. So a quick recap, on Air Max Day I did try and pick up a couple pairs of the Sean Wotherspoon Air Max 97 ones. Lucked out pretty hard, like I'm sure most people did on that day. They were on StockX for around $400. I thought if I waited till after release date and more pairs got out, the price might have dropped a bit and I was going to snag a pair then. But unfortunately, the price just kept going up and up and up. So I didn't actually end up getting a pair in the end. Maybe someday I might be able to pick them up, but for now, I'm going to rest easy on picking up my pair. So because I didn't end up getting a pair of the Air Max 97 ones, I did go a bit hard on getting a few other pair of Air Maxes. Now the first pair I'm going to show you is the first pair of Air Maxes I did pick up around that time. So without going on any further, let's get into it. And here we have it, is a pair of the Air Max 180 in the Ultramarine and Solar Reds, also known as the OG colorway.
It's OG little pretty thug, you know what it is.
Now we'll get rid of this box and we'll get into a bit of the history of this sneaker. Now before leading up to the release of the Air Max 180, back in 1987 Nike blessed us with the Air Max 1, which was one of the first sneakers to ever have visible air. In 1990 they brought us the Air Max 90, and then in 1991, the year I was born, they brought us the Air Max 180. Now these were originally designed by Tinker Hatfield, who was responsible for giving us the Air Max 1 in a visible air bubble. Also he brought us the Jordan 3, which does have the visible air. And Bruce Kilgore, who was responsible for bringing us the Air Force 1, which is also features air in the midsole, but not visible, he also worked on the Air Max 180. Now they call it the Air Max 180 is because not only is it visible to the side, but it is also visible at the bottom, as you can see, at a 180 degree. Now this is the OG colorway. Like I said, the colorway for this is Ultramarine and Solar. First time I ever saw this shoe was maybe 2011, I think the first time I ever saw it. Buddy I used to work with actually had a pair, and back then I wasn't into Air Maxes or runners or any shoe like that. I was more into my SBs and my Jordans, so these weren't really up my alley. And then I saw them get re-released, and now that I am into more running style shoes, I did think about copying them, but I decided, nah, I won't worry about it. I'll sleep on these ones. But like most shoes that I see first up, I see just the picture of the shoe, but it's when I start seeing people rock them, not particularly who I see rock them, but just see how they're rocked. And then I get to see what potential the shoe really does have. Now I saw a few people wearing these. One of the most notable people I did see rocking the Air Max 180 when they came out was Jerry Lorenzo. And the thing I liked most about how he rocked them is he had it with loose laces, as you can see here. So I decided, that's it, I'm gonna try and get these shoes. I looked all over the internet trying to find a size 13 from an Australian retailer. Didn't have too much luck, but then the plug Ziggy at Hype DC, I called him up and asked him, I said, yo, do you have any more 13s anywhere in the company? He did say they had a pair down in Sydney, I believe it was, but I was up north. Usually to order shoes from a different store at Hype, you have to be in store and pay for the shoes before they order them. But I was actually able to get these through Afterpay, just getting the in-store barcode and giving it to him over the phone, so he was able to secure my pair of size 13s. So we'll go through a quick rundown of the shoe. You do have your ultramarine blue up along the swoosh and in the inner lining and around the tongue. You've got your solar red just above the air bubble, and then just coming around the heel tab. And you do have your solar red and the Nike Air on the back. Majority of the shoe is a white felt, so you do have to be careful when wearing these. They will pick up dirt and dust like you won't believe. You have more of a stretchy nylon material on the toe box, coming along the side of the toe box. And then on the side panel here, it's more of a mesh material. This shoe is a solid upper, so when you wear it, it is like you're wearing a sock. You do have the big tongue at the front with the Air Max 180. That's got written in solar red. You have a black sole with hits of your ultramarine right at the toe, and then the solar red that wraps around the 180 air bubble. Now I'm super stoked I did get to pick these up. I've worn them a couple of times. I do have a slight smudge up on the felt. Like I said, it does pick up dirt very, very easily, but I will be able to clean that up, and I'll make sure that I give it a good dose of Crep Protect next time I wear them. The Air Max 180, it is growing its popularity quite a bit. It's never been one of the most popular Air Maxes, But since we've seen collaborations recently, like the Comme des Garçons release that just came out, which is super dope, pink pair of Air Max 180s, comes in like a pink and white, a pink and black, and I believe the other one is a pink and pink.
Nailed it!
Super dope colorway, but this still remains my favorite colorway out of all of them, is the OG colorway. I am thinking about trying to find the, I guess, NYX colorway, I guess you could call it, which is, I'm not sure if it's ultramarine blue, but it is like a royal blue and an orange colorway with your white upper. So that's a quick rundown of the shoe. Now I'll show you what these look like on feet. Alright, so that concludes the on feed, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I will be back with more Air Max Day pickups, and I will give you a quick rundown of the shoes, what they feature, the colorways, all that good stuff. Alright, until next time, stay fresh, peace.